With a show of hands, how many of you live here more than 10 years? Peter, you're funny. With a show of hands, how many of you live here more than 5 years? Okay, who lives less than a year? People, this crash course is for you. I have designed it specially for you because if I had this type of crash course 8 years ago when I moved to the Netherlands with my family, maybe our integration would be easier, happier, and faster. So there are things you should definitely know about the Dutch culture. There are 3 things that are sacred for Dutch. Agenda, that's how you have to pronounce it, agenda, bicycles, and dinner at 6. So if you are Eastern European, coming from Spain, Italy, or any other relaxed culture, just don't do things you are used to do, because Dutch people, as Peter has mentioned, are very busy people. They have very busy agendas. So if you have a habit of coming to somebody's place unannounced, planning a trip the next day, don't do that. Spontaneity is not a Dutch thing.
No.
Don't be surprised if they plan a friendly outing 1 month in advance, and 2 weeks is already a short notice. Bicycles. If you really want to integrate faster into the Netherlands, you should follow the example of Mark Rutte. You should ride your bicycle to work and everywhere else. Bicycles are fun, they say. Bicycles are healthy. They're eco-friendly. Bicycles are fun. Netherlands is a flat country, they say. What they don't say is that more than the biggest part of the year, you will be riding the bicycle with rain, crazy wind, and you will curse the day that you opted for this means of transport. What they also don't say is that bicycle theft is crime number 1 in the Netherlands. So I have 2 tips for you. If you're planning to buy a bicycle, buy a crappy one. And get waterproof jacket, trousers, and just everything. Dinner at 6. If you suddenly see the children disappear from the playground, people are hectically running from the grocery store home, and streets are getting empty, it's most probably 6 o'clock, the sacred Dutch dinner time. And don't panic, it's fine. Just have 2 tips for you. If you invite Dutch people over for a dinner and planning to cook a very delicious meal, make sure you actually invite them for 6. Not earlier, not later, for 6. Because there is very high chance that they have eaten at home and they will come home. If they invite you to a Dutch party, make sure you actually do what the Dutch people do. Eat at home. Eat well. Because when you come, most probably you will be served crackers, chips, cheese, plenty of alcohol, and you will be as hungry as a bear when you go home. Location matters. Who actually first visited Amsterdam and decided that Netherlands is a dream country to live? People, you were fooled. I think Amsterdam was invented to trick people into moving to the Netherlands and then to shock them with the Dutch reality, which is nothing like Amsterdam. When people have a much more simple way of living, they have a modest lifestyle. You will not see people on the streets because they prefer to spend their time in the backyard. Shops are closing at 6, and this is the Dutch reality. Communication. If you hear Dutch when you are speaking to them, telling you, ja hoor, nee hoor, don't be offended. They don't call you a whore. Actually, this word is added to yes and no, and it literally means nothing. Everyone knows about Dutch directness, and that they are very straightforward, but sometimes they are just being rude. So don't be intimidated, just accept it. It's kind of normal. But what you should do, take Dutch directness as a blessing. Because you don't have to worry about what people really think about you. Do they like it, you or not? They will actually approach you and tell you themselves. So if you had a speech and later someone can approach you and tell you it was crap, it's okay. So I'm actually expecting the Duchess here to approach me after this meeting and give me honest and brutal feedback on my speech. Food. If you are a foodie and you would like to discover Dutch cuisine, don't bother. It doesn't exist. Well, the food exists, but the notion of cuisine doesn't. Bitterballen, haring, stampot, rookworst, oliebollen, drop, stroopwafel are pretty much summing up the list of the traditional Dutch food. So if you are looking for a place to eat like Dutch people, just go to an Italian restaurant. Healthcare. Well, if you are a hypochondriac, these are people who are constantly worried of being sick, don't come to live in the Netherlands. This is not your country. Because here they believe that every illness can be overcome with 2 means: paracetamol and prayer. But if you really are sick, here's a tip for you. And if you think it's serious, make an appointment with GP. Make sure you exaggerate all your symptoms 5 times. Say that it infuriates your quality of life, you have panic attacks, you cannot sleep, you have all kinds of stress, and then they will take you seriously, because here mental health is taken more seriously than physical. And putting all humor aside, there are of course a lot of things I really am grateful to the Netherlands for. And there are a lot of wonderful lessons I have learned from the Dutch people in all these years. And I solemnly swear I will prepare a speech about that as well. And to leave you with the last tip, which helps Dutch people and might help you as well. Doe maar normaal, dan doe je al gek genoeg.